What's up, Fandies and friends? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Andy Brasher and this is Song Sunday. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Today's Song Sunday might be a little bit difficult. I want to do a tribute for my friend Bob Bradley. We lost Bob when he passed away suddenly this past Friday. Bob was a great friend to me, a big supporter. He leaves a gaping hole that I'll never fill in my life. Bob was a pilot. He loved to fly. Back in 2015, Brasher Bogue opened for Kid Rock in Illinois, and the only way we were going to be able to make it work was if I was able to fly up there because of other obligations that I had earlier that day. So I called Bob and I asked him about it. He had his own plane, and I also knew that he was a big Kid Rock fan, so I had that in my back pocket. I knew it was a big ask. I knew that he was in Florida and he'd have to come all the way up and do it for us. And Bob accepted. He was excited about it. And in Bob fashion, he made it seem like I was doing him a favor. "I can't believe you're letting me fly you to go play this show with Kid Rock," he said. He was always like that. Bob was... he was a fan of this channel. He was a fan of my music, one of my biggest supporters. He was my confidant. I could always talk to him when I needed somebody, and knew that he would listen and knew that he would help. He always had suggestions. He was a talker, if you knew Bob. He was never quiet about anything. And one of the things that he certainly wasn't quiet about was his faith in Jesus Christ. And his mission. He had this uncanny sense of finding somebody and spreading the message of Jesus to them through fellowship. He had this mission to help people that were struggling, and he could find these random people in random places, and he just tried to do God's work. He was a good man. He liked to play the guitar a lot. He was in the beginning phases of learning. He was getting really, really good. He only picked up guitar a few years ago. And I was always blown away that he went after it with as much passion as he did when he was learning to fly his plane. He thought that music was just so cool, so magical. He loved it. And like a sponge, he would sit there and listen to anything that I had to say to teach him how to play guitar. He just ate it up. He also loved to shoot squirrels and iguanas with his airsoft rifles. He really enjoyed that. Liked to brag about it a lot too. So Bob was always sharing songs with me too. One thing I'd like to tell you about. So I'm going to do a few songs today that I picked out, just for him. One song I'll tell you a short story about is a song that he wrote. He wrote the lyrics to this song called "Strong as Jamie." And this song is about a woman that he met just randomly. And this woman was in the final stages of her battle with cancer. And what Bob always did when he found somebody that was struggling, he felt compelled to be there for them. And like he's done with so many people, he made her battle with cancer his battle with cancer. He was there for her. He talked to her. After meeting this woman for the first time, he wrote the lyrics to this song and sent it to me and asked me to put music to it. And so I did. He was so proud of that. We had some of our friends help us. We went down to the studio in Nashville and got it recorded for him. He was so proud to send it to the woman, Jamie, and share that with her. And he went even further beyond that. He formed a nonprofit organization, and he included, what he wanted to do was provide this CD with this one song on it, and knit caps for cancer patients in hospitals all over the U.S. That was something that he was very, very passionate about. So I'll play that song for you guys in just a minute. It's called Strong as Jamie. I'll also do one called 6 and 12, which was one of his favorites that I had written. We love sharing songs back and forth. He was constantly sending me texts with lyrics and things like that. He just loved music a whole lot. And then I want to share with you guys a song that I wrote for Bob just this past Sunday. It's called Really Flying Now. And yeah, so this one goes out to Bob Bradley. He was he meant a lot to a lot of people. There was no one that met him that didn't love him immediately. And if you met him, you never forgot him. He wouldn't let you forget him. He stayed in your life. He checked on you. He called you out of the blue. He was just there for people. Now he'll be severely missed by many of us. Bob loved watching these song Sundays, and it's kind of tough, I think, for me to do this episode knowing that he's not out there to watch. You know, that was a driving factor so many times to sit down and record these videos, because I knew Bob was watching. He'd let me know afterwards what he thought about it. And he'd always give me hell if I didn't make sure that the camera was pointed at my hands too as I was playing guitar, because he loved to follow along at home. Also, a quick message here. We want to have a memorial, a celebration of life for Bob, and the details aren't finalized yet, but if you're watching and you were a friend of Bob and it's something that you want to attend, we want you to attend for sure, and we plan on having that in Owensboro, Kentucky around the middle of November. We'll try to keep you updated with all the details on that, and we'd love to have you there for that and celebrate the life of our friend Bob Bradley. So, Bob, this one's for you. This is Strong as Jamie by Bob Bradley. When I first met you, it was over speakerphone. You were a friend of a friend, but you'd end up touching me more than anyone I'd known. I could almost see your smile. I fell in love with your laugh. Now you're a part of my daily life and prayers. Damn, girl, what's up with that? Your voice was full of pride when you said, man, you got to come see my urn. God, I hope I'm half as strong as you when it's my turn. I never knew you before, but one thing's for sure. A lot of folks tried to teach me how to live this life. Mom and Daddy tried to show me what was wrong and right. The preacher made a habit on Sundays trying to shame me. But all I want to do from this day on is be as strong as Jamie. The day I met you face to face, you jumped out of your car like you'd want to race. You hugged me like I was a long-lost friend. They told you that day that you were near the end. Still there you were, making me feel like a rock star. With what you said as you climbed back in your car. You said, I can't believe I finally got to meet you. A lot of folks tried to teach me how to live this life. Mom and Daddy tried to show me what was wrong and right. The preacher made a habit on Sundays trying to shame me. But all I want to do from this day on is be as strong as Jamie. So now I'm calling you daily just to check on you. You told me that the hospice nurse could use a new pair of shoes. I smiled, but the tears kept rolling down my cheeks. You wear bracelets that say faith and blessed while living week to week. A lot of folks tried to teach me how to live this life. Mom and Daddy tried to show me what was wrong and right. The preacher made a habit on Sundays trying to shame me. But all I want to do from this day on is be as strong as Jamie. As for Jamie's life, there's no way this could be the end, because of the strength and courage she's passing on to her family and friends. Her legacy cannot die, cancer's simply not that strong. For the pain and tears will surely fade, and forever's not that long. A lot of folks tried to teach me how to live this life. Mom and Daddy tried to show me what was wrong and right. The preacher made a habit on Sundays trying to shame me. But all I want to do from this day on is be as strong as Jamie. Be as strong as Jamie. Be as strong as Jamie. This one's called 6 and 12, and I wrote this song with our pal Josh Merritt. This is one of Bob's favorites. Somewhere between 6 and 12, somewhere between right and wrong, somewhere between heaven and hell, somewhere between here and gone. Well, I punched the clock in the afternoon, head on down to the old saloon. The folks round here, they know me well. They laugh at the jokes I tell. Now the pretty girl behind the bar, she don't need my credit card. If I get drunk and I forget, she knows I'll take care of it. Yeah, rollin' rock and a shot of Crown, a splash of Pepsi just to wash it down. Well, this ought to be where I get my mail. I stay here between 6 and 12. Somewhere between 6 and 12, somewhere between right and wrong, somewhere between heaven and hell, somewhere between here and gone. By the time that I've had 2 or 3, old man Bob was sitting next to me. He'll buy me a drink, but then he'll chew my ear. You know I don't care after my 5th beer. And just when my head starts to hum, Something sexy this way comes, winks at me and pulls me to the floor. I'll order up a couple more. All moves like Jagger in blue suede shoes. I don't know what I'm dancing to. I've lost the count, but it's just as well. I'm somewhere between 6 and 12. Somewhere between 6 and 12. Somewhere between right and wrong. Somewhere between heaven and hell. Somewhere between here and gone. All right. Well, I find myself somewhere between 6 and 12. It ain't high philosophy, but it works just fine for me. Tracy called me on Friday, and the news wasn't good. I cussed a little more than I should have, but I think maybe she understood. You were always one with surprises, like the wind, you could never be tamed. Part of me hates you for leaving us here with a hurt I struggle to name. I think about the checklist, how you read it out loud. I think about the songs you sent me, how they mean more now. I think about the way you lit up when the runway was dark as night. I think of you as a bird in flight. So put on your headset, check all the instruments, take off out of this town. Leave your old life behind, see what else you can find. You're at home with your head in the clouds. Cut your wings to the south. Guess it's time to get out of here. You'll never have to come down. You're really flying now. Come in Berlin. Man, what's that say? I've so much to tell you. I miss you today. Bank on fair winds. Mind your pitch and go on. I am earthbound, and you are gone. Put on your headset, check all the instruments, take off out of this town. Leave your old life behind, see what else you can find. You're at home with your head in the clouds. You're gone with the wind. We won't see you again, but you'll never have to come down. You're really flying now. You're really flying now. Cut your wings to to the south. Guess it's time to get out of here. You'll never have to come down. You're really flying now. You're really flying now.
Yep. So, I love y'all. Everything's cool. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.